I'm sure this has happened to you many times. Yeah, you're cruising social media, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, and then somebody makes a claim that is absolutely outrageous. As a hypothetical example, let's suppose that you're cruising through Twitter and John Huber happens to be in there, and he's making a claim that Kyle Rittenhouse chased JoJo, which he actually did, by the way. He actually made that claim. And of course, you post a video in response. Can you show me where Kyle is chasing JoJo? What response do you get? Well, we're just going to have to let the jury decide. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dread Show.
These people who go around saying, well, we'll just have to wait till the jury decides on this. Nothing that we say here will change the outcome, so there's no point in talking about this any further, have lost an argument. They've gone on to social media and said something stupid, got called on it, and they have no response. They've made a statement about the law, and somebody's come back and posted the law as a response. Here it is. This is a Wisconsin statutes. Here's what it says. You show me where it says what you're claiming. Well, at the end of the day, we're just going to have to let the jury decide. Nothing we say now will change the outcome. I have a question for these people. Why in the hell were you in the forum in the first place? If all we can do is wait for the verdict, if nothing we say will change the outcome, then why are we in here talking about this thing in the first place? You posted. You're the one that made these claims. Why? If we're going to do nothing but wait for the jury. Can you imagine what these people must be like in football forums? I don't know. That quarterback, he's looking like he's kind of injured, and I don't think he has the throwing arm to handle the opposing team this week. Oh, I don't know, man. He looked really strong the week before. And these numbnuts come in there. We have to just wait for the game to play. There's no point in even discussing the game coming up. We'll find out who wins. Like, isn't the whole purpose of sports discussions to discuss these things? And by the way, once the game is over, there's no point in discussing it then either. It's over. But let's talk about the game last weekend. Why? We all saw it. We lost. There's no point in discussing it. Well, we didn't look too well. I'm just wondering if we're going to be able to handle that next team. Well, we'll just have to wait for that game to play. There's no point in discussing any of this. At the end of the day, nothing we say will change the outcome. When people say that we'll just have to wait for the jury to decide, they've lost the argument. I would have a lot more respect for them if they just say, hey, you know what? I think it's like you got me on that one. I still believe he's guilty. But obviously not for that reason. Hey, fine. I'm not asking people to say that Kyle is innocent. I'm just asking them to use sound arguments, that's all. And when you find that you were wrong, why not just admit it? And you could still claim he's guilty. That's okay. We're all entitled to our opinion. But to claim he's guilty because he carried a gun across state lines, for example, even though that was disproven in September, is not really so much a matter of opinion, but propaganda. You're a tool. Somebody fed you propaganda and you bought into it, and you're using it now to further your agenda. It would be a lot better if you just admit your mistake, claim that, he's guilty for other reasons, and move on. But this, we'll just have to wait to see what the jury says, horse shit, is not a good argument. It's a really bad argument. It's a dumb argument. Quit saying these kind of stupid things. Be a man. Own up to your mistakes. Here's a couple of examples, by the way, in case you're thinking I'm making this up. The Godfather of 1690. Why don't we wait for the jury verdict of Kyle Rittenhouse's murder trial? So we really can't decide here at all. I mean, it's up to the jury to see if the legal system thinks that it was self-defense for a kid to illegally carry a firearm into a volatile situation and respond with deadly force to having a Gatorade bottle in a bag thrown at him. So here's a person who's basically saying, now, I'm going to give up, but here's my parting shot. Here's another one. This conversation is going nowhere. In other words, I'm getting my ass kicked. At the end of the day, Kyle Rittenhouse isn't in jail for self-defense. So the very fact that he was arrested means he's guilty. By the way, that was another dumb argument I covered way back. He's in jail for murder. He's in jail for suspicion of murder. He will be judged by his peers for his actions and not by us. In other words, there's no point in talking about this. I mean, who are we? Yeah, but you had no trouble coming in here and starting to mouth off at everybody else in this Twitter thread. Our opinion means nothing in this outcome. Accept it and wait for the verdict. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.